What's up, everybody? You got the Car Man, and we're going to be doing a video today in our Flipping Car series, and it's going to be about who can you trust when you're buying a car?
No one.
Okay, that's a quick answer. First, I want to throw in there that I want to offer you the chance to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and second to that notion, follow me on Facebook in case you have a question, and I can just jump right on and give you an answer, hopefully. So this is a pretty cool question. Who can you trust when you're buying a car? Because we all have heard the story. The little old lady owned it. Matter of fact, we had a little old lady that owned one, and what did that cost us?
Don't even get me started. Way too much.
Had two sunk valves and a Ford Focus. Because you're Christian doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to screw someone on a car. Believe me, my daddy's a preacher, man. Trust me, I ain't got nothing against Christian people. I'm just saying, like, somebody tries to say that, doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be honest with you on the car. So who can you trust? Like, this is pretty important. Can you trust car dealers? Some of them. If they have a good reputation and they have plenty of reviews, and you're going to know that they do due diligence and do hard work and take care of it. And 2 thumbs up to you guys. But the private market, who are you looking for? We're looking for someone that's trying to be honest. If someone gives you drivability issues when they're advertising their car, they're generally being pretty straight up. But the problem with that is you can't always trust the initial problem usually is not the final problem, right?
Definitely not.
Usually it's a connected problem to that problem. So the answer to this is very simple. You can trust no one. But the more honest they seem, the more you should definitely check into it. You follow me? I don't know how else to describe this. Literally, I have bought in my lifetime. How many cars would you say I've bought?
Oh my God,
in the tens of thousands. I've bought thousands. Thousands and thousands and thousands of cars. And I can literally, on one hand, maybe 2 hands, think of actual people that I would buy a car from if they said, hey, this is good to go. I'd throw them the money and be like, oh, okay. But as far as people that I wouldn't, it's the rest of them.
It's endless.
It's endless because I don't know what it is with cars, but people feel like the need to, I guess there's always been this game that's played, and people just feel the need to, they just feel the need to lie, like they're playing a game to get away with stuff. And a lot of people out of ignorance don't tell you what's wrong with a car, and a lot of people are being deceptive and don't tell you what's wrong with a car. So if I was out looking for a car right now, what I would look for is someone that is trying to at least be honest. You know what I mean? Hey, this car needs work. I'm not 100% sure. You can come check it out. That would be, without a doubt, what I would definitely go for. Getting some background noise.
It's not us, guys.
It's not us. Meanwhile, yeah. So, do you trust any seller at all?
Nope.
I
don't.
My God's honest gut feeling is, guys, you can't trust anyone. You must be able to look at this vehicle. You must be able to evaluate it mechanically. If you can't, you have to have someone that can do it for you. And as a car buyer that you're doing it for a living, because this is the Flipping Car series, guys, that mechanic you need, you gotta have him. And that OB2 scanner, you gotta have it. You've gotta have the 10 minutes to drive the car. Do we buy cars without driving them?
Nope.
Do we drive cars without bringing them up to temperature?
No.
Do we drive cars without going through all the gears?
Nope.
No, 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 no. Why? Because the guy telling you that the fan doesn't work, and you're like, okay, just tow it to the lot. No problem. He forgot to tell you it doesn't have 3rd gear too. And the nice people that are like, hey, it just hasn't ran in a while, what they forgot to tell you was the day that it stopped running, it was 400 degrees and melted. So, just don't be naive, guys. It's the fastest way out of business is to have a heart when it comes to buying. So people are always like, how do you buy these cars so cheap? Because I see them for what they are. I am not emotionally attached. If I'm not going to be disrespectful to you, but you're not going to BS me on telling me something's worth something because I don't believe you until I can see it and believe it myself. And if you don't want to give me the ability to look at it and try it out and feel it and drive it, hit the gears, and do everything that makes it possible for me to make a good sound decision, I'm passing, bud. If you don't answer the phone when I call, or you're a little sketch when I'm trying to get in touch with you, and you can only put like 2 words together to respond, even though I'm sitting here with 5 or 10 grand cash in my pocket, I'm passing on you. Because if you can't trust them initially, how can you trust them with the car sale? Am I right?
Definitely right.
You should have, if someone will communicate with you freely, that should be the first thing. Second thing is when you talk to them, they should be able to give you some history on the car. If they can't do those 2 things right off the bat, walk your butt somewhere else and look at something else. Third, you must drive it, you must get under it, you must get in it, you got to feel the AC, you got to check the windows, you got to do the whole 9 yards. You cannot leave anything for chance. Now I'm going to throw another caveat out there. The world we live in, you need to pull a Carfax. You can pay $50 a month, pull as many as you want. And the reason you need to do that, the people you're going to sell this car to, that's the first thing they're going to do. And way back in the day, we didn't even really get what Carfax was, but as the last 10, 12 years or so went by, it became part of what a consumer's decision-making process. Am I right? How many people ask for Carfax?
Almost all of them.
Like somebody be looking at your car, they didn't even want to buy it. They'd be like, hey, what's the Carfax say? Like they're just branded into their brain. And that's good because it protects consumers. Yeah, hey, it has a crash history 3 different times. Well, hell, you believe the little old lady, so you didn't know that, and you didn't pull it. You should have pulled it the second you pulled up on your little laptop or your smartphone. Everybody's got them. Just boom, pop it in, see what you got. You're going to know more than the guy that's selling it to you is right off the bat. If you've got the computer, if you've got the information from the Carfax, and then you're going to drive it, not as a prospective buyer, but as someone analyzing the systems on it, how it runs and stuff. Forget that you're a buyer. Then turn around and you walk that body and you look for discrepancies in the paint. This is how you know, and if the person starts telling you things that don't jive in the whole story, back up and run. You got to back up and run.
And look at that title. Look at that title. Good.
Yeah, the title tells you everything. I mean, if the title just got printed yesterday, this guy hasn't had this car for 8 years. Okay. It just hasn't. And you would be surprised at how many people, like I'll see somebody clearly American descent, and they'll have a name that I can't even pronounce. I don't even know how to put the syllables together. They even come up with a name. So obviously, it's not the person I'm talking to whose name is John or Sue or Mary or something. But so you got to be cautious. You just got to look out to every little aspect. Take care of the details. Details. Look for details, and small indiscrepancies will show you the big ones.
The devil's in the details.
The devil's in the details, guys. Let that car run and get hot. Drive it. See what that transmission does when it gets warm. Always put it in reverse. Always check the windows and the AC and the heat and let that stuff run like it's supposed to. Cars that are running good shouldn't need to do this, and that, and it only needs this, and that. No, sir. So, anyway, if you do want to buy something with something wrong with it, no problem. Just don't inherit it. Buy it with knowing that it has something wrong with it because you did due diligence. So the answer to this question is trust no one except yourself, and then double check that person. Peace out. Nothing but love from the Carman RVA. We're going to see you on the next one in just a second. Our buyers liars.